Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Syifaul Af'idah Khoirun Nisa. I'm from Reading Text Tafsir C class. On this occasion, I will tell about the story of Abu Lahab and wife in the Surah Al-Lahab. 1. Biography of Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab, his full name is Abdul al-Uzza bin Abdul Muttalib, and his nickname is Abu Lahab, or the father of the burning fire, because his cheeks are always red or burning. Abu Lahab originally had the kunya Abu Utbah, but his father Abdul Muttalib was called Abu Lahab because he had a handsome face with reddish skin. Jamil is the wife of Abu Lahab, daughter of Harb bin Umayyah and sister of Abu Sufyan. He played a lot in disturbing and hurting the Prophet. Abu Lahab had 3 sons with the names Utabah, Mu'atib, and Utaibah, and daughters with the names Durrah, Izzah, and Khalidah. And the next 2. The story of Abu Lahab and his cruelty to the Prophet Muhammad. Abu Lahab was known as a hard person and likes to live freely. His attitude of loyalty and worship to idols never dimmed one bit. In fact, after marrying Jamil, her fanatical attitude towards idols became stronger. Initially, Abu Lahab was delighted to welcome the birth of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. However, after the Prophet was born to grow up, Abu Lahab heard that the world be invited to believe the God he worshipped, namely idols. Listening to these words, Abu Lahab strongly opposed the Prophet. Every Prophet delivering his da'wah, Abu Lahab always obstructed him in any way. The next 3. Because of the descent of Surah Al-Lahab. When the Prophet ﷺ carried out his preaching openly, he called the Quraysh tribes about divine punishment and invited them to Tawheed. Abu Lahab mocked the Prophet ﷺ with the pronunciation, "Are you perish?" Then came down Surah Al-Lahab. The 2 hands of Abu Lahab perished, and he really perished. Regarding the reasons for the revelation of this surah, several views were mentioned. After the revelation of this surah, Abu Lahab lived for more than 10 years, but he still did not believe and died in a polytheistic state. The next 4. Because of the enmity of Abu Lahab with Islam. Regarding the reasons for Abu Lahab's enmity with the Prophet, there are several reasons. A. Competition with Abu Lahab. After Abu Talib became the head of the Hashemites and protected the Prophet. Historical accounts show that Abu Lahab and Abu Talib did not have a good relationship. B. Fanatics and tribal tendencies. Abu Lahab's wife, Jamil bin Harb, was a sister of Abu Sufyan and of the Umayyah. Therefore, Abu Lahab protected the Umayyah. On the other hand, his mother came from the Khuza'ah tribe who had jealousy toward Quraysh. She feared of going to war with Arabs. Abu Lahab believed that acceptance of Islam meant the announcement of war with all Arabs. The next 5. Slander Jamil to the Prophet Muhammad. His wife Abu Lahab, namely Jamil. Her real name is Aura bin Harb bin Umayyah. Jamil is the sister of Abu Sufyan. She comes from a rich family and is a big figure. She is called Jamil because she has a beautiful face. But this nickname does not match his behavior. She and her husband, Abu Lahab, were both hostile to the Prophet. Jamil also liked to fight one another and slander so that the people of Mecca that hate the Prophet. Due to this, he was nicknamed the firewood carrier because he liked to burn emotions, play one another, and what is meant by Abu Lahab's two hands is Abu Lahab himself. Firewood bearer in Arabic is a metaphor for the slander. Abu Lahab's wife was called a firewood bearer because he always spread slander to worsen the Prophet Muhammad SAW and the Muslim, thereby causing hatred of the Meccans to the Islam. And the next, the death of Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab died 7 days after the Badr War. Abu Lahab died of leprosy. Due to the fear that Abu Lahab's disease would be contagious, the Quraysh Abu Lahab's body was taken out of the city of Mecca and buried among a pile of stones. He did not participate in fighting the Prophet during the Battle of Badr because of his illness. After this, his believers returned from the War of Badr with a defeat. The pain got worse, and he finally died in terrible pain. His friends and family were reluctant to take care of his body because of his disgusting illness and a foul odor from his illness. For 3 days since his death, Abu Lahab's body was left lying without anyone willing to bury it. The residents did not dare to approach his body, and finally, because of the growing stench, a grave hole was also dug for Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab's carcass was pushed with a piece of wood until it entered a hole. Not only that, the burial processions took place sadly. From a distance, the residents pelted Abu Lahab's grave with stones while they were sure that his body was completely sealed. And that is the story of the cruelty of Abu Lahab and his wife until the Abu Lahab to death. And the last say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.